Hello. Welcome back, guys. Last week we went over the historical aspects of crocheting, knitting, yarn, etc. And as we continue to unravel our crochet journey, we now get to explore some building blocks of crochet, including knot theory, very more abstract idea, types of stitches. Spoiler alert, the single stitch uses the most yarn. The types of yarn, materials, and then we'll get to meet a couple of unique artists that stretch the woolen boundaries of art, which leads us up to today's crochet world that we'll get to know those artists in depth next week. So sit back, relax, and enjoy part 2 of the Art of Crochet preview. Knot theory is exactly that. The theory, the scientific theory, the calculation of the expression for the infinite amount of knot possibilities, and in turn, crochet possibilities. Wow! The first known knot tabulator was Peter Guthrie Tait, and published a table of knots with up to 10 crossings around 1885. Through the years, the impossible equation evolved with different variables, diagrams, invariants, polynomials, and other very nerdy things to help quantify the seemingly unquantifiable possibilities. Which leads us to the numerous types of stitches. The terminology can change depending on where you're at in the world. But starting with the most basic, the slip knot, then you go into the chain stitch, and then this is where things get a little complicated. The single stitch, or the double crochet if you're in the UK, then half double or half treble, double or treble, treble or double treble, and double treble, or you guessed it, the triple treble in the UK. The various combinations of all these stitches then creates the base for more complex and intricate patterns, not including all the color possibilities, yarn types, materials, textures, etc. With all that in mind, the advancement of creating textiles by hand has propelled culture, society in many different ways. Like I said, from where we left off in the history video, the starting of the 20th century, two influential artists are Louise Bourgeois and Rosemary Trockle. Louise Bourgeois was a French-American born in 1911 who most notably designed the Mammon, which can be found in multiple locations around the world. This one is found outside of the National Gallery of Canada, but she would occasionally use crochet pieces to illustrate the more feminine or the domestic side of life, and would use crochet to soften or even mimic harsher or grotesque aspects of life with a cotton twist. Then Rosemary Trockle, a German conceptual artist born in 1952, also touched on the themes of craft as a woman's work and, quote, repressive domesticity. So next week, we'll dive into more influential artists of today's crochet's world and how they've impacted our worldview of crocheting, knitting, and similar crafts, and why they were originally viewed as more feminine, and how we're currently breaking that mold because, after all, it's just yarn. Okay, see you next week. Bye, love you.